Let's go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now, and then we can get started.
Perfect. I am gonna turn off my camera just because my computer is running a bunch of different things right now. So just to save some CPU.
Yeah, I'll do the same as well. Okay, and then I'll go ahead. I'm going to share the screen. Sorry about that. Present. Okay, so I just want to start by letting everyone know. Can everyone hear me okay? I have to check this. Yeah, everyone hears me good? Perfect. Okay, let's go. Okay, so today we're just going to start by welcoming the webinar. This will also be recorded too, and we can send you out the recording after. And we'll have some slides as well for you after as well. Also, this is a webinar where you can chime in whenever you want. So if you have a question or if you're not following, please just unmute yourself and go right ahead. Okay, so today we'll be talking about how to get started with the social wall. It's presented by myself, a training specialist at Actimo, and Jasper as well, if you want to say hello.
Yeah, hi guys. So yeah, as Laura said, we are the support and training team at Actimo, and you will likely encounter us in the chat. If you need us, if you need any help, if you need any support, you will likely reach one of us.
Awesome. Okay, so why this webinar? Why are we doing it? It's basically how to get the most out of your social in your employee app. And in Actimo, we've done a bit of research of 250 plus customers. We found that customers with a social wall on average have 60% more activation on their app. Now, if you're wondering what activation is, your app activation is how many employees visit your app or open a communication that's sent in a specific period of time. Your app activation is essential to increase your employee engagement for the long run, maximize the value you're getting from Actimo as a tool to promote culture, and you'll have more data on what your employees find engaging. And especially you'll also find where there might be information gaps as well. So that's just a little bit about activation. Now we're just going to go through the agenda. So what we're going to talk about today. So we'll have about 20 minutes where we can speak about the social wall, a quick introduction to it, getting set up and launching a social wall, some of the best practices, and then some inspiration that we have from our social wall and some templates as well. And then maybe just a 10-minute Q&A, depending on how much time we have. We'll be more than happy to take your questions as well. And I'll let you take it from here. Yeah.
All right. So sorry about that, guys. A few technical issues here. So what is the social wall? The social wall is a place for you and your contacts to share. You can share pictures, videos, documents. You can share also, of course, text. So you can share whatever good stories you have. You can share anything fun you might have encountered in the workplace. You can also interact with your clients, with your contacts, with all your employees in your company. So you can post stuff. You can like the post that has been posted in the social walls. You can comment. You can also add your colleagues. You can tag them so they might see something that you find funny or something that you find interesting for them to see. And you can do this on two different sort of channels. There's the company social walls, which are social walls that are activated and created by the admins of Actimo. And then there's the private social walls that can be created by the contacts themselves. And we will get into later on what exactly that means. Great.
Okay, awesome. Then we're just going to take it to Actimo Go.
Yep.
And you can just give them a walkthrough of what we're doing here. So this video is just how to maybe create a group and a post on a social wall. So let's go ahead.
Yes. So what you'll see here is how to create social wall as a contact. We'll go through this video again, but you click up to the top right on the social icon. Then there's a place where you can create a group. And when you click on that, you will be able to add people to a group. This is what I've done here. I just went in and added Laura, and then we have a group together. Could you replay it, Laura?
Yeah, you want to play it again?
Yes, please.
Sure, no worries.
Right. So you see, I click it, and then I click on Create New. I search for Laura's name. I add her to the group. I click on Create, Now we have a group together. I then create a post, and I'm just gonna say, hi, Laura. I add her using the add sign, and I then post this to Laura, and now we have a post in our own little social wall group.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, and then we have some little, I guess, screenshots from our own social wall.
Exactly. This is just a little bit of inspiration and to show you how this can be used. So we took some screenshots from one of our old social walls. There's a status on how our office that went through a small rebuild, how that's going. We have someone talking about a meeting with a client, how that went, and then how the client compared his presentation to someone else's. And the last one is our dear colleague Jonas, who just recently got a kid, and someone made him an Actimo shirt for his kid. So it's just some of the things that we've shared, and some of the things that might give you a little bit of inspiration on what you can share in your own social wall groups.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to give you a quick run through of setting this up in the platform. So first we'll go on to Actimo and I'll just give you a quick tutorial. So the first thing you need to do, so we'll just watch this video here, is you have to go to your admin settings, then you head over to defaults, and when you scroll down, you'll see the option to activate social wall. Once you've activated it, then we can continue to the next step where I'm just going to give you a quick introduction into the social wall. Okay, so go next slide. Okay, so this is just my voice and it will take you through. Why activate the social wall? Activating a social wall for your contact groups allows your employees to share moments, collaborate, and celebrate their wins in their daily life across all departments and geographical locations. To switch on the social wall, simply head to the Tools section and toggle the switch on. Let's see more details. There's two kinds of groups you can have within a social wall, a company group and a private group. Let's differentiate between the two. Company groups are groups as admins or editors you can control from within Actimo. This means that admins and editors can create groups, and admins have the ability to remove any posts which they deem inappropriate. Private groups, however, are groups where your contacts or your recipients can enable them from within the social wall. Admins and editors cannot follow these conversations unless they're added as a member. You can activate and deactivate your social walls from here. If you wish to activate it, what you can also do is upload a header image, and you can add a description of what the group should be about. Press save, and there you have it. Okay, so that was just a little introduction. You'll notice something that I mentioned there was about private groups and company groups. So it is just important to bear in mind that a company group you can create as an admin or an editor. And you have the opportunity or ability to delete any posts that you don't want in the group. Your employees can, however, also set up private groups, which is within the app. They can set up a group, and admins or editors cannot monitor these conversations. That is just something to bear in mind. Okay, and then Jasper, I'll head it back to you.
Yes. So when you want to launch a social wall group, there's a few steps that you can go through. These steps I'm going to explain to you here are specific to the company groups, which are the groups, social walls that are created and controlled by admins and editors. And the first thing you're going to do is, of course, to create a group. Then you head to tools, just like Laura showed you on the video just before. You then, after you have enabled the group under the tools, you go to your app and then you create a post. And then a very good thing to have in mind and to do in order to reach as many people with this as possible is to create a message in Actimo. So we are not in the app side here. We are back in the backend platform. And you will create a message. You'll create a message in Actimo that has a button that will take the contacts to the social wall group. You then notify this message to the people who are going to be part of the group and also part of the social wall, and notify them so they know that this is going to happen. And it's also a very good idea to put in some information about what the social wall is, how to use it, and just in general, let everybody know what it is and give them the right tools to use this. Great. Could you go to the next slide, Laura?
Yeah, I'm just going to represent. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, so social wall inspiration. I'll let you take the lead on this one first.
Great. Yeah.
We'll take
And
it to Go. And
exactly. We have a few more examples from Actimo Go. And this is some of the more quirky and fun social wall groups that we've been using. And we do see that if we have social wall groups that are very engaging and is something that people want to go and want to look at, that drives people to the actual platform, and that will also drive them to look at other things in the platform. So we have a dedicated social wall also for sharing only dad jokes. And as you can see here, there's a few of them. I'm not going to comment on how good I think it is. I do participate too. But having a place with a few jokes and a few things that make that are funny will drive people to go to your platform and have a look at it, which is a really great driver and just something that contributes to the rest of the platform and the experience of using Actimo.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it's a social wall that we all really, really get a kick out of, for
Oh
sure.
yeah, definitely.
Okay. And then we have, so this is a really cool social wall we have. It's called Getting to Know You. And it's where you can kind of just, fill in a few fun facts about yourself, post a photo, maybe a fun fact that no one knows, your favorite food. So here you can see one from myself, one from Melissa, and one from Sophie, where we've just kind of ignited the social wall by explaining our favorite foods, some hobbies, a celebrity crush, for example, and fun facts. So it's just something really light and nice, but it helps you get to know your colleagues. Especially in these times of remote culture, it's really good to stay connected in a way like this and kind of let your colleagues get a little bit, to know each other a little bit more. And then, actually, Jasper, I'll let you take the lead on this one. This is your wine channel.
Yes, I'll do that. So we have quite a few people at Actimo who are very much into wine. So we decided to make a group about that. So we discuss wines, we share good experiences, and we also buy a lot of wine together. Again, this is just a little bit of inspiration to some of the things that you can create. Some if you have social walls like these that drive people there, that it might not be related to work other than it's with your colleagues, but it will help drive people to Actimo and look in the app and just also engage with all the other things. So we have this, and it's been a great success where we can discuss and talk about some of our passions.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, and then we also have a couple of templates. Jasper, I'll let you take the lead on this one.
Yeah. So we have these templates you can download. We will share the link with you where you can download the templates. But it's it's just something to help you get started with using the social wall. And yeah, we really recommend that you use them if you are gonna try and do more with your social wall, or if you're just getting started.
Absolutely. And we do have a template for the Getting to Know You channel as well that I really recommend. I think it's really fun to get to know everyone, and it will definitely create a lot of engagement.
Yeah, definitely.
And then let's go through some of the best practices. So I guess I'll take the first couple, Jasper, and then I'll leave it to you.
Yes.
So best practices, because it always works when you keep it short. So social is snackable. For each post, make sure that the content is easy to understand and short so that your employees can engage with it on the go. Make it engaging. So give a voice to your employees and empower them to share their opinion. An easy way to do this is ask a question at the end of your post. So asking a question at the end of your post, it's enticing people to engage and respond. And then to make it even more engaging, media is your best friend. Engaging content is key to activate your employees. So add relevant pictures and videos to increase your employee responses. And Jasper, I'll let you take the last three.
Yeah, great. Another thing that is really, really good for getting started with your social wall is to find some channel ambassadors, meaning that before you actually launch a social wall, that you reach out to someone and agree with them that they'll get the ball rolling. They will start to post a few things on the social wall. It's a little bit like being the first person on the dance floor. You don't never want to be the first person. Once someone has done that, the ball is rolling, and you'll see more and more people contributing and entering the dance floor. Also, never start with a blank slate. It's a little bit the same as what I just explained with the ambassadors. It's a good thing to just have a few posts in there. Just have a few things that people can interact with, that they can look at. And then also brings me over to involving people directly. you can, as I showed before, you can tag people in your posts. So you can do that. You can post something, and then you can maybe tag the different ambassadors that you've already talked to about this. So everybody can see that something's happening, something's going on, and people are being involved directly. So that's some of the best practices in order to get the ball rolling and to make things happen in XML.
Absolutely. Okay, so now we have time for a quick Q&A. So what I'll do is I'm going to go back here and I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay, and anyone who has any questions, you can actually unmute yourself and chime in, or you can ask them in the chat and I'll be taking a look until you ask me.
A quick mention, if people want to join in, there's actually a button that's called participate, which I just hit to be able to speak here as well. And then you can choose whether you want to share your microphone and your camera, and then you can just join in and start talking with us.
Absolutely, we encourage it. Or if not, please feel free to ask in the chat as well.
Yeah.
Could you maybe talk a bit about on the platform side, how can I monitor what's going on in my social walls?
Esper, I'll let you take that one.
Yeah, definitely. So on our dashboard, we will show you exactly what's actually going on with your social wall. So just like you can see metrics and you can see like a bunch of things on your other, like your messages and your academies and what else you have going on in XML, you can also see stuff on your dashboard on the social wall.
Mm-hmm.
You can also actually see some of the newest posts, and there's also actually the option for admins, if they see something that they deem inappropriate, to delete the post or delete the comments that have been given, just in case that would happen. So there's a lot of control from the admins on the company-driven social walls. However, it's important also to note that if you enable your contacts to creating their own social walls, then this is not within control of the admins and editors. This is only controlled by the people who created the social wall. I think we might have a question on the way from Alexander.
Something's coming in, excellent.
You can also go ahead and ask the question. You don't have to type it in, Alexander, if you have a question.
Yeah, please feel free to just go right ahead and participate. Oh, no worries. Okay, you can go ahead and ask it there, Alexander. It's fine.
In the meantime, Laura, what was the number the percentage that it's possible to boost your engagement with if you are using the social wall?
We're seeing 60% more activation on an employee app.
And that had been measured over, was it 250?
Exactly, 250 customers.
Wow.
So yeah, it really boosts activation. And again, just in case we forget, activation represents how many employees have visited your app or opened a communication sent in a period of time.
Great. All right, or should we just pull out the dad jokes slide just so people can read those while we're waiting?
We have something from Alexander. So Alexander asked, tagging someone in a social wall is powerful. We've gotten feedback from our users and our ambassadors that they want to be able to tag a whole group. Is that something that will come in the future? That is a good question. I guess, Melissa, maybe this one might be for you.
Yes, so we're currently looking into improving some features on our social wall. One of them actually went out yesterday where you can zoom on images on there. The tagging has been something we've been also getting a lot of input from. We don't have yet any dates or any projects to work on tagging as for a group, but we're working on how the tagging behaves and look right now. So we're working on optimizing this first step. And we'll, of course, make sure to pass that on to our product team as well, Alexandra.
Thank you so much for your question.
You're very welcome, Alexander.
Yeah, you really are. Anyone else? Any comments, feedback, anything you'd like to see? Please feel free to write it in the chat or again, participate. We're more than happy.
Definitely. Yeah, and great question, Alexander.
Yeah, really great question. Okay, we have about 3 minutes left, so we'll go back to some dad jokes. I'll present my screen. We can take a look at some dad jokes, and then if anyone has any questions, we can come back.
Sounds like a good plan.
So back to dad jokes. Our favorite part. Okay, so I think one of the favorites that me and Jasper have is this farmer isn't just good at his job, he's outstanding in his field. I thought that was absolutely classic.
Definitely. It's great. I think, Lauren, could you share your screen? I don't think it's being
Oh,
shared
it's
right
not
now.
being shared. Oh, my mistake. Let's see. Share screen, event, share. Now is it being shared? Yes, there we go. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Present.
Yes. And as you can see, I also contributed with a little bit. What does a chimney cost? Nothing.
It's on the house. It's great. Yeah.
Seem like we don't have any other questions. If any of you ever have any questions, then you can, as we mentioned in the beginning, reach us in the support chat.
Mm-hmm.
We will happily share whatever experience we have with the social wall, tips and tricks, a good dad joke if anyone wants that. We will also happily share the templates for the social wall to there. And we will also make sure to send it out as an email to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So, okay, you just see in the chat, Melissa's just posted a link to the templates. If anyone, just before we close it down, if everyone just wants to grab that, of course, we can send it out via email as well. But, why not start now? Today's a great time to start. Okay, I'm hoping everyone can just grab that from the chat before we close this down. Thank you very much, Alexander.
Thank you very much, Alexander. I'm looking forward to talking to you in our support chat.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
All right.
Let's wrap it up for now.
Mm-hmm.
Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for listening in and for participating.
Absolutely. Have a great day, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Bye.
Welcome. Bye-bye.